Bryony here, and this is a video for anyone that's getting married, yay, and thinking about having an outdoor wedding, maybe like a beach or a woodland wedding. Yes, love it, amazing, definitely do it, 100%, yes, yes, yes. But there are some extra stresses and strains with having an outdoor wedding, and as I've already been through this drama, I thought I'd share with you my top 5 tips. I'm taking you into the garden, but not just our garden. We're going out into the croft. And can you see, it's like a shared garden. So at any point, all of the people in these houses can come out and they're gonna see me in my wedding dress. So we're gonna do this fairly quickly in the hope that we don't get caught. And I need to find a spot to film this in. You might be able to see a bit better now. I'm gonna have to go in the middle. Ow, I haven't got anything on my feet. Oh, there's the kids' things. So I'll give you a little tour. This is the croft. Yay! Oh, it's done my wedding dress well, look. No one yet, which is good. So, I want to introduce you to the idea of having a mental wedding theme tune, and stick with me on this. It's really simple, but honestly, it really, really worked. What I would do every time something stressed me out with the wedding, or someone said something that wound me up, I would press play on my head to Let It Go from Frozen, and I would just let it play out until I could, oh Lord, someone with their bins. I would let it play out until I was calm and could handle the situation. So if it was something small, just the introduction would do, I don't know, like when someone asked if they can bring a +1. But if it was something big, like I just checked the weather forecast and it's now telling me there's going to be torrential rain and storms on the day, or do you know, like when you've done your whole table plan and it's taking you hours and hours and hours, and then you realise you've missed someone off and you have to do the whole thing again, that's when I would press play in my head. Let it go, can't hold me back anymore. Okay, still no faces at windows, so that's good. We actually have new neighbours, so this is going to be a really embarrassing introduction if they come out. Okay, so from one bridezilla to another, here are my top 5 let it go tips for having an outdoor wedding. Let it go, number 1. It might rain. In fact, if your wedding's in the UK, it probably will rain. So pour yourself a large glass of wine, close your eyes, and imagine your wedding with it chucking it down. If you can't see the funny side of your little flower girls stomping in puddles and everyone with colourful umbrellas, then you might need to rethink this. But before you do, go on Pinterest, type in rainy wedding or woodland wet wedding or something like that. There are some really gorgeous pictures on there of kind of couples huddled under umbrellas, really kind of soft lighting, really romantic pictures, and start falling in love with those ones as much as the other pictures that you've already seen. Another idea is to have a backup plan. Seems like an obvious idea. We didn't have one, and when it was torrential rain the day before, I'm not gonna lie, it was stressful. So maybe just check if there's like a barn or something nearby that you can dress up quickly in the morning if the weather's really, really bad. If you are really set on having an outdoor wedding, then chances are you're already an outdoorsy girl, and a little bit of rain ain't nothing you can't handle.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
Let it go, number 2. People will think you're weird. Weirder than me doing this right now. I know to us having an outdoor or a woodland wedding seems totally normal. We see it on Pinterest and Instagram all the time. This style is very popular now. But trust me, the older generation, they're not gonna get it. And this is hilarious because you get all sorts of crazy questions from like, what do we wear on our feet? On what if our hat gets caught in a tree. I even had someone actually ask me, do we wear clothes? So my advice on this is to make the dress code really clear on the invite. So if you would recommend having different shoes for reception and ceremony, then just pop that on there and then just laugh at the stupid questions and let it go. Okay, let's move around, let's go on the slide. Oh my god. This is so stupid. I really hope that new neighbours don't come out. Let it go, number 3. You are taking on double level logistics. The practicalities of getting your guests to an outdoor venue can take twice as much time. probably with yours, like ours, it doesn't come with a car park. So the way we got around this was we asked the younger lot to park near the farmhouse, leave their cars there, and then they did a walking bus. So they all walked across the fields all together, and they said they really loved this, and it kind of added to the experience. And then that freed up space closer to the venue for grandparents and things like that to park. There's all sorts of loads of other boring admin, like battery powered speakers and microphones, and just like setting up hay bales and chairs on the day that you'll have to consider. We were just in the middle of that one, and then Matt called, and I was like, you're gonna have to be quick because I'm in the croft with my wedding dress, and we're going to Scotland soon, so I need to get changed because this is not what I want to wear. Oh, let's get on the trampoline. Okay, enough of that. Let's go to our new spot. Let It Go number 4. You cannot set up the day before, and I'd massively underestimated, oh hi Leaf, how frustrating I would find this. There's all sorts of things like setting out the hay bales that people sat on. Even if it doesn't rain, you can't do this until the day because the hay bales will get the morning dew on and everyone will get soggy bottoms. You don't want that. You can't put out any flowers or plants that you've prepared because all the little woodland creatures come and have a little nibble and spoil them for you. You can't put out lanterns or bunting in case there's high winds and everything gets smashed and end up in trees. So what that really means is you have to leave all of your well thought out attention to detail things to boys, and that might mean your husband's colourblind best man, it might mean potentially hungover ushers, and they're going to be in charge of all those things that you spent hours pinning on Pinterest. So I wrote out really detailed plans, which the boys never got because the printer decided not to work the night before, and in the end I actually just sent them all a text saying, you know, please could you put this here and do that there. I'd really recommend sending picture texts. Don't assume they will know the difference between a foxglove and peony or anything like that, but really just trust them to do it. They might even do some nice little extra surprises and things that you hadn't thought of. And I know some of you are already thinking this, oh no, but I'll be around in the morning to supervise. No, you will not. You need to stay in your getting ready bridezilla box. The days of being pampered for hours on end with Prosecco and your best friends and no babies are numbered. So you should definitely just be there and enjoying that and just trusting the boys to get on with the job. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let It Go number 5. I feel like I've saved the very best one till last. You're not actually married! It is currently law in England, Wales and Northern Ireland. You cannot get married outdoors unless there is a permanent structure and the place has a marriage licence. Which means you've got 2 options. One, you can either go to Scotland, where I'm going this afternoon, yay, French, or Europe, America, Africa. They're all great, it's just England that makes it difficult for us. Or you can do what we did, which is simply to go to a registry office the day before and take care of the legal bit there. You can keep it really simple, you don't have to exchange rings, you don't have to have any readings or songs, so you can save all of that stuff for the main day. The only issue with this one is some people, particularly the older generation, might start calling your wedding a party. Which is annoying, and some people might even actually say to your face it's not actually your wedding. Prime time to press Frozen Let It Go. Let it go! Let it go! My advice on this one is go and do it the day before. You're not going to have time on the day, it's just the legal bit, and keep focused on what this is actually all about, which is simply you making a promise to one another in front of all of your closest friends and families, and you're pretty much just saying, do you know what, this is the best person I've ever found, they make me a better person, I'm definitely the happiest I've ever been since knowing them, and even if Channing Tatum comes along, wait, I mean, let's make this realistic. Okay, even if someone comes along, you're going to stay faithful to them forever, or, you know, just as long as you can manage is fine. No, of course, it is forever. It's forever, it's forever. Back at the gate, picked up a few plants along the way. Okay, so that's it. Please comment below if you've done something like this, or I know for some of you, Let It Go from Frozen might not be your favourite song, especially if you've got a little girl at home. So I'm going to try and think up of some other songs that might work, but please comment below if you can think of anything. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to see our wedding video, I've also got that here that you can watch. It didn't rain, yay! And any questions about having a woodland or an outdoor wedding, just comment below and I will reply. But for more videos like this, go to bryonybilson.com and subscribe. Okay, we made it. Yeah, so we had blue hydrangeas like this at our wedding and they really loved them, so now I've got them in the garden. Yay, I like baby blue. And now I can have my second piece of cheese on toast. See ya. Wedding dress Wednesdays. That could be a thing. Wedding dress. Someone probably already got that. I'd like to say that this is the first time that I've put it on since getting married, but I may have once, just while Matt was away. I put it on just to check that it still fits, because, you know, that's important to us, isn't it? But I may have ended up on the sofa watching Bridesmaids. I may have ordered in a takeaway, had a glass of Prosecco. And if you haven't done this yet, honestly, it's the best Friday night you'll ever have.